Hi, I'm Mary Miche and I'm a music specialist, and I have 6 easy ways for you to control your classroom using music. First of all, you have to find some time to put the music in, and I want to help you find this time to put music into the cracks of your classroom schedule. Let's start at the beginning of your day. As your students are entering the classroom, you can play music. The trick is to remember to turn it on. You want to set the tone of your day by the music you play. You could play quiet classical music to assure a calm day. I really like Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. You could play a simple folk tune. They might hum along to a folk song like "'Tis a Gift to Be Simple." Or you could play a slow-paced country song to encourage listening and focus. The music you choose will set the mood for the day. You can even communicate the work of the day to your students by the kind of music you play. And they'll say, "Watch out, folks, today is testing. She has the classical music on to calm us down." The next time for music is a transition time. Perhaps you have a morning recess. You can use music as a signal to put the math materials away and get ready for recess. You can choose another classical piece, or you could choose a children's song that your students can learn and sing along. I suggest "I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing," and that's available on my CD, Piece It Together. You can also use a piece of music as a timing device to complete a task. So you can say to your students, "We're going to clean up before going to recess, so you will have just as long as the music is on to clean up." Be careful in choosing your music here. If you pick something too wild, they go crazy and you have a bigger mess. After recess, you want your students to slow down and quietly return to work. So pick music to encourage this mood. You might choose a second piece of classical music for this transition time, or you might play the same piece of classical music for all of your transition times during the week, at the beginning of the day, after recess, and after lunch. The next transition time is just before lunch. Children are hungry and tired. This is not the time for classical music. It's best to have a song that the children really like to sing. Camp songs are great for this time of day. And one of my favorites is "Workin' Together in the Sun" from my CD, Nature Nuts. After lunch is another return to work time. This could be the third time you play the same classical piece of music. Or you could choose another calm classical piece, or a quiet folk song, or a slow country song. These songs are the same or similar to the beginning of the day. The end of the school day is a great time for a standard goodbye song. "So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye." You probably recognize that from The Sound of Music. It's also a great time for a class song, like "Yambo" from the CD Piece It Together. One of my teacher friends used this song for years with her inner city students in Oakland, and they sang it on every field trip and practiced it every afternoon before going home. The addition of music to your classroom schedule can help you manage your class better. Can get your students to listen to classical music in a painless way. It can introduce your students to folk songs or country music that you enjoy. And it can get your students to learn songs that have educational content. Thanks for listening to this blog. I appreciate your attention.